Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I feel like it's been a while since I've been with you. How are you? How are you all? I know it's tough out there. I know it's so tough. Whew, it has been really heavy. And the energies have been weighing on us, pulling us down. So if you're someone that hasn't been able to think straight or uh, feel good about anything, if you've had things really coming at you from the depths of your soul, things you thought you had dealt with or healed or transformed, and another piece has kind of emerged. I feel like that's what I've been really helping people with this past week, myself included, that there's just this stuff that's just coming from the depths of our souls. And it's hard and it's unpleasant and it's not what you want to be dealing with. I get it. So what I've actually had to do is remind myself that I have the practices in place, that breathing and grounding is so important right now. So the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor wanted to kind of start us off today. So let's see. There it is. Look at that. I can't make this stuff up. This is awesome. Yeah, fragmented energy. We have been being pulled in lots of different directions. Our minds are all over the place. I've really had to be intentional with pulling my mind back into gratitude, back into feeling good. I was actually working with someone yesterday and she was like, I have nothing to feel good about, right? Sometimes we do have to go within and really think about, the little things or the relationship that's always there for you, the person that always shows up for you, or the situation you find yourself in that maybe is better than your last situation, maybe even if it's just by increments, right? But right now, we are being pulled energetically down, and it is fragmenting our energy. So really, really important to do your breath work, do your grounding, eating as clean as you can. I actually had to put the coffee away. I've been drinking tea the last couple of days. Making sure I'm, getting in my fruits, my vegetables, my protein, staying away from the carbs, because, when your energy is down, right, we go for the things that make us feel good. So really look at, where you may be doing too much of something that isn't really good for you, because that's really important, that we need to stay in a higher frequency so we can keep manifesting what we need through these energies, staying in higher vibrational frequencies that allow us to move through whatever is trying to come up, whatever is trying to fragment us. So, with that being said, this card shows a woman wading through high water with puzzle pieces all around her. She's part of the puzzle and her own picture is not complete. Like the woman in the card, you may feel like you're pushing against the current with the pieces of your life all over the place. This card reveals a split in your energy and your attention. You may have too much to do with the tasks of your personal and work life completely taking over. If you're hurrying through the life and frantic about getting everything done, you are fragmenting your energy. Balance is necessary now. It's time to slow down, reduce your have-tos, and give yourself a break. If you don't, your agitated energy will block the very achievements you're working so hard on. The other message here is that you may be looking at too many options when considering some future projects. You have lots of good ideas that take you in many different directions, but this indecision splits your energy, slows you down, or stops you completely. Make some specific choices and set up a plan. Choose the path that calls to your heart. You can always change things up later, but now is the time to focus, not fragment, your energetic power. So the affirmation you can use with this is, I release striving and bringing peace and focus to my life and goals. I move through my day at a leisurely pace. Remember, fear is urgency. It's this, when you have a sense of urgency, that's fear energy. And you feel like I've got to do this, or I've got to do that, or I've got to have this, or I've got to have that now. That's fear energy, that it's never going to happen. That if it doesn't happen right now, it's not going to. And so really important right now to slow down. And the Guardian Angel Tarot Messages by Ridley Valentine actually wanted to be used this morning. I actually was going to use a different deck, and they were over yonder, and they were calling to me. So the angels want to come in. Your guardian angels want to come in and give messages today. So I'm going to ask you all to take a nice deep breath. Put your feet on the floor. Be present in this moment, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Be here now. Bring your attention away from whatever else you're trying to focus on. Just because we're good at multitasking doesn't mean we should be doing it all the time, right? And also it's also easy for fear to slip in when you're fragmented, when you're not being intentional with your energy. It's easy for the demons to rise up, the old hurts and the old traumas to kind of hit you in the face. So that's another reason why it's so important to be grounded and intentional with your energy, so you can't be caught off guard. If something rises up, you see it, you feel it, you know it, and you can do something about it. When you're fragmented and you're all over the place, it just hurts. It just exacerbates whatever you're going through in a negative way. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, those of you watching on the replay. All right, we're going to take that card. It was literally standing up. Oh, okay. These want to come out. And that wants to come out. 1, 2, oh, there's 5. All right, so we're going to leave it there, and then if we need more, we'll go back. All right. Yeah. The Page of Fire, creative, enthusiastic, motivated. They're actually making me feel like I need to look at them all. Usually I do them one at a time. Yeah, I'm feeling like today I need to look at them before well, it's beautiful. Oh, wow. Interesting. All right. All right, let's dig in. I'm going to do the first 2 cards together. Page of Fire and the Ace of Air. Creative, enthusiastic, motivated. Inspirations coming in, communication, and adjustments. Because what I'm feeling is you were inspired a while ago. You were inspired to go in a direction, do a thing, start something, create something, leave something behind. But you were feeling strong about it. You were feeling motivated. You were feeling like, I've got this. This is what I'm doing. And now, not so much. You're being inspired by spirit, but you're doubting. You're having doubts. You're not sure because your ego is coming in. Your ego is coming in. So where you were once motivated, where you were once thinking, this is my new beginning, this is how I'm going, this is what the direction I'm going in, your ego came in and went, no, that's too scary. We're not doing that. We're not going to have what we want. We might have to go without. Basically, you put yourself back in the cage of society, family expectation. You quieted your voice. You shut up, is what I'm hearing. You stopped talking about what you want. You stopped believing of what you could have, what you would want. Your ego got in the way. Your ego, that part of you that is the keep you safe no matter what, right? Keep you sane because that's comfortable. That's what your ego knows. It may not be good, but it's what we know. So we're just going to keep doing this. And for some of you, that was in relationships, that was in jobs, that was keeping yourself with people that didn't appreciate you or value you. And because there was something within you that didn't value yourself, it was comfortable to be around them, right? Because it was the same. It was an energy of, I know this. It doesn't feel good. It's not what I want, but I know it. So I'll just stay right here. And Spirit's saying, nope. It's time to drop down into your heart. It's time to get back to what you want. In this energy, when we do have a full moon on the 17th in a couple days, so the energy is going to be to get into letting go of whatever the ego was trying to keep you in, whatever the ego was trying to not allow the inspiration and the motivation to come through, was keeping those spirit-guided, inspired actions in the background, right? So now it's time to get back to connection to your higher self, to God, Christ consciousness, or whatever God looks like for you. But get back into emotional balance in relationship with your higher self, with your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. Allowing your intuition, your inspiration to come back online where you're trusting it and you're acting on it. And for some of you, yes, you will be meeting someone. For some of you, this is about a new collaboration, a new partnership. Could be a new collaboration and partnership in a job, a career, a goal. For some of you, it will be love. For some of you, there is a new beginning in an emotional relationship, romance. If you're open, if you're ready. But I really feel like for the majority of us, this is more about getting back into connection with ourselves, with God, with our Christ consciousness, our sovereignty and divinity that is within us. Putting the ego back in its place. Thank you, but I don't need you to keep me safe. I know that this uncomfortable feeling, it's because it's new. It's because what I want to do and where I'm going is I've never been there before, but I know that's where Spirit has my back, where I know I'm being guided. So for some of you, there will be someone coming back into your life at this point, week from now until the end of the month, that wants to reconcile or wants a new beginning with you. And what I would say with that is, make sure that it's not the same old, that they've done something significant to not be the same version of themselves. And if they haven't, be very, very discerning. Because I am seeing that this, for some of you, this is about a relationship that was based in ego, that didn't work out well, that person is going to try to come back and want to talk to you. They want that reconnection with you. And I never tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but be discerning. Be discerning that, again, they've done something, that there is remorse, there is regard for you. But if they're coming back and they're still very egoic and there's no regard for you, but they know that by losing you, they lost a lot, be very discerning, okay? That message is for a few. Good morning, Jesse. Good morning, Justinia. All right. All right, we're not going there. I thought maybe we were going to go there. Let's see where I want to pull more cards. And all right, I'm going to go with the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Because I know the energies have been really difficult. And that's another reason why somebody who maybe was more ego-centered, more selfish, more narcissistic is trying to come back right now. Because again, if your energy's fragmented, they feel like there's a window to come back, that you're maybe more receptive to them because your energy isn't as strong. So be discerning. Be discerning. But for the rest of us, let's see where this wants to go. And it could be a boss, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. Again, when we're fragmented, we're not strong, we're not in our power, we're more susceptible. Yeah, truth be told. Yeah, stay in your truth. Stay in your truth with anybody that's trying to come towards you or any situation that's trying to come towards you. Spirit's telling me you know the truth. They can talk all day long. They can say what they want to say all day long. But when you hear it, you know whether it's the truth or not. You know if it's the old line or the old BS, or if there is true remorse, true apology, true sincerity behind their words. Yeah, you see the mask. Whew. The mask is still on. It'll be up to you to recognize if the mask has come off, if they're ready to be vulnerable with you, or are they still hiding behind their illusion of confidence, their illusion of their best potential, who they would like to be. They just don't have the emotional intelligence because they locked their emotions away a long time ago. So for those of you that are feeling the reconciliation, are feeling this egoic energy in your life, you can feel the truth at this point. Hi, Lisa. You can feel the truth at this point. So really, really important for you to anybody wearing a mask in your life, or anybody who has worn a mask and you either have figured it out or are figuring it out. Be very discerning. Has there been growth? All right. The other card that came out, I feel like was for the other message. The other message of being grounded, not being fragmented, coming back into connection with your higher self, with your oversoul, Christ consciousness, God, and however that looks like for you in your life. That's where the milk and honey is. So for those of you who have been really frustrated with manifestation, really frustrated with getting what you want in your life, having let the fear being the overarching energy, maybe realizing through this reading that, oh my God, that's what I was doing. I was fragmented. I was buying those old stories. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. Who am I? Um, the hurt little girl or boy that got shoved in the corner, didn't have a voice, is holding on to shame in some way. To get to the milk and honey, you've got to get to the other side of that. To get to the plenty, to get to the receiving, you got to pull your energy back to being grounded, knowing who you are. And anything that's rising up, you've got to transmute it, because your milk and honey, your plenty, your manifestation is on the other side of the trauma and the hurt and the fear and the fragmented energy. The fragmentation is what I wanted to say. And this is even relevant for those of you who want the relationship that's the most compatible soulmate. You're done with the narcissistic abuse. You're done with the selfishness. You're done with the cheating. You're done with the lying, the deception, the lying by omission. Yeah, they can say they didn't lie, but they didn't tell me everything. That's lying by omission. So many people use that. And that's true, Lisa. You do have to be open to how it's going to come. Spirit brings you what you need when you need it, but it doesn't really ever look like what you want it to look like. Because again, I tell you, they have the playbook, right? They see the bigger picture. So this milk and honey may look very different. Your most compatible soulmate might be very different than what you're envisioning. So be open. Definitely be open. Oh, Cynthia, that's beautiful. I'm feeling someone needs to hear this from the words of Chiron, from the spirit realm. Cryon, you are dearly loved. Trust in spirit. Thank you, Cynthia. So yeah, to get to the milk and honey, for those of you who are like, I've been manifesting, and it's not coming in. What has been coming up within you? What has been coming up within you? Where have you been fragmented because of the fear that's been rising up? On the other side of that is your manifestation, is your blessing, is your most compatible soulmate, is the money, is the finances. And sometimes we don't recognize or understand that there's programming going on in our subconscious that's keeping us from our manifestations. And for some of you, it's that subconscious programming that is coming up right now. And for some of you, you're recognizing it, or you just know there's a hurdle you can't seem to get over. You keep bumping up against a feeling or an energetic blockage that you are very aware of, and you don't know where it's coming from. That's where I was in 2017, 16, 17. I mean, right up until that. But that was when I really recognized, okay, I've done so much work. I've meditated. I've read the books. I've grounded. I've changed my diet, changed my sleeping pattern, worked with people. I'd been really, really working hard to overcome the blockage. That was resentment, but it was unconscious. I didn't realize I was resenting at all, or how much I was resenting, like how much resentment was there. I had no idea. It was all subconscious. It was all programming and trauma that I had received prior to the age of 3. And it wasn't until my integrated energy therapy journey that I was able to, with the help of the angels, release that blockage, get beyond. And I know that integrated energy therapy is not a quick fix. It is a journey. Because if they went on in and rooted out right away your biggest blockage, there's a mosquito in here. You may not understand it. It may be too traumatizing to re-traumatize you. So they go layer by layer. So by the time they get to the big, you're ready. You're ready. You have healed enough layers. And that's why I tell people it's not one and done. And that's why I offer the packages. So that for those of you who are really looking for a partner on this journey of despair, where you just feel like you don't know what to do or how to get out of a pattern or a feeling or a block. That's why I love integrated energy therapy. I know there's going to be positive impact. There have been people I've worked with once or twice, and they have sent me beautiful testimonials, and I've never worked with them again. They got what they needed, right? I've worked with other people for years at different times. Because it takes them time to integrate what was released and how it impacted their life. They needed the time to see the change. I'm still working with people that come back a couple of months after their last session, or yeah, honestly, it's never more than 3 months. And it's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to dive back in. I'm ready to, what's gone, it feels great that that's gone, but now I want this next round gone, right? I want this next layer or trauma or pattern. Let the angels take it. Let the angels do the heavy lifting they want to. Good morning, Jackie. These energies are hard. These energies are hard. The last couple of weeks, I put myself in a negative deficit to a certain extent because I got fragmented. I allowed the fear to be the overarching energy. And I was like, what am I doing? But I've pulled up my bootstraps, gotten back in alignment, gotten back into my practices. Here we go, right? We're human. We're on a dualistic planet. There's light and there's dark. And right now, the dark, whew, they are having a tantrum because the light is the brightest it's ever been on them before. They can't hide anymore. They're being exposed, and they're kicking up the dust. They're not liking it, and they're doing it in your life. And for some of you, it really is time to let them go. Whether it's a feeling, an emotion, a trauma, a pattern, an issue in your tissue. Because when you're holding on to something energetically, it has to go somewhere. So it goes in your physical body. So you can heal yourself through this work. Energetically, yes. Emotionally, yes. Mentally, yes. Physically, yes. You know, it's crazy. There, sometimes after I'm working with someone for a while, like they'll post a picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, can they see the difference? Because I see the difference. Like they're lighter, they're brighter, their whole auric field is just popping. I'm like, wow. Do they even realize or recognize like how different they are? They're more expressive, they're more open, They're not dour. They're not dark. Hairstyles change. Makeup changes. Clothes change. Because they're feeling better about themselves. And it's noticeable. And sometimes they don't even realize it's because you have permanently released layers of stuff that you've been holding on to for your whole life. It's all it takes is belief. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, it's all it takes. You just have to believe. And that's actually, I was talking to a couple of people yesterday about IET. And that's what I said to them. I just need you to believe, bring belief and the ability to stick with it. It's a journey. It's a journey. It is profound. It is subtle. But I wholeheartedly know that each and every person that I've worked with, whether they know it or not, they've had profound change. And one of the reasons I started to include the journal prompts in the, for those of you that I work with virtually, I send you an email after a session, and I always send 2 pages attachment. One is basically explaining all the points of IET and what they are, and who the archangels are that come in to work with you and us. And then the second page I've put together is just journal prompts, because sometimes if you don't take the time to really reflect on where you are versus where you were, you don't see the subtlety. You don't see the subtle changes that are happening over time. So, all right, guys, if you want to work with me, all the information's in the description box. But if you're ready to change your life in an amazingly beautiful, positive way, because you are just done being stuck. Yeah. More information about integrated energy therapy is on my website. I have a whole page on it. You can also go to learniet.com for more information on it. So there it is. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to try to come back for Tuesday Tarot tonight. But for those of you in my monthly membership, we are having a coaching call tomorrow night. So check the group. I dropped the link for the Zoom meeting. If you want to become part of my monthly membership, all you have to do is go to my website and hit the community tab at the top of the homepage. There's a free meditation group challenge that you can do. And then there's also the paid monthly membership where we meet 3 times a month. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the new subscribers on YouTube and for all of you here on Facebook. And if you want notification when I go live, definitely hit the notification bell on YouTube and like my business page on Facebook so you get notified. All right, guys.